All right, let's talk about something huge. As a creator, you pour your heart and soul into your content, right? But are you actually focusing on the stuff that attracts those high-value brand partners? I mean, this can literally make or break your business. So let's dive in and figure out what brands really want to see. You've put in all the work. You've built up an audience, your traffic is growing, you're making fantastic content. So why does it feel like your dream sponsorships are just not happening? It's super frustrating, and trust me, you are not the only one feeling this way. Well, a lot of the time, the answer comes down to this: a big disconnect. See, we creators get obsessed with what we call vanity metrics. You know, those big, flashy numbers like page views and follower counts. But sponsors, they're looking at a completely different set of data, one that actually tells them about real business value and how engaged your audience is. And here's the thing you've got to remember. Sponsors are not just buying eyeballs anymore. They're investing in communities, in audiences that actually trust you. So to land those bigger deals, we need to shift your mindset a little bit, from creator to business partner. It's all about building a media kit that tells the story brands are dying to hear. Okay, so how do we start telling that story? Well, it all begins with proving the quality of your audience, not just the quantity. Now, this is really interesting because it's all about showing stability. Think about it. If 80% of your traffic comes from just one social media platform, that's a giant red flag for a sponsor. What happens if there's an algorithm change? Poof! A healthy mix like this, especially with a strong foundation in organic search, shows them your audience is solid and sustainable. Next up, you have got to prove that your audience is their audience. You need to lay out clean, simple demographic data just like this. When a brand can glance at a chart and instantly see that, yup, your readers are their target 25 to 34-year-olds in the USA, that conversation gets a whole lot easier, real fast. And these numbers right here, they really show the difference between a person just glancing at your site versus someone having a real conversation with your content. A high bounce rate means people click and leave, but a low bounce rate and a high session duration, that tells a sponsor your audience isn't just stopping by for a second. They're sticking around, they're exploring, because they actually trust what you have to say. And this quote, it's everything. You should burn this into your brain because it perfectly captures how modern sponsors think. They would much, much rather have the focused attention of a smaller, dedicated group than a fleeting glance from a massive, uninterested crowd. At the end of the day, engagement is the new reach. So you've shown who your audience is and that they're really paying attention. Now for the next big step. You have to prove that you can actually influence them to, do things. What you want to do is create a greatest hits portfolio of your absolute best work. This isn't just about showing off. It's about giving them cold, hard evidence. Show them content that keeps pulling in traffic for months, even years, and then back it up with the data. High time on page, tons of shares, a lively comment section. This proves you create stuff with a long, valuable shelf life. Think about your affiliate sales. They're not just numbers on a spreadsheet. They are, maybe, the most powerful case study you have. So don't just report the commission check. Frame it as a story. Show sponsors how you built trust, made an authentic recommendation, and then directly guided your audience's buying decisions. You're proving you can actually move product for them. And hey, whatever you do, do not forget to shine a huge spotlight on your organic traffic. A high percentage, ideally right in this 40 to 70% sweet spot, is a massive signal of authority. It tells sponsors that your influence is something you've earned with great content, not something you've just rented through some shaky social media algorithm. Okay, so you've proven you have a quality audience. You've proven you have real influence. The final piece of the puzzle is to tie it all together and show them you're not just a creator. You're a reliable business partner they can invest in for the long haul. Just take a quick look at these two blogs. Now, blog A might make the same total revenue as blog B, but look closer. It's all from one source. Blog B, on the other hand, has these diversified streams of income. To a sponsor, that looks like a far more mature, less risky business to partner with. You've got to show them you have a stable financial foundation. And don't be afraid to get a little sophisticated. Introducing business metrics like revenue per visitor in your media kit can be a game changer. When you speak this language, it sends a clear signal that you get it. You understand ROI, you're focused on results, and you're thinking like a strategic partner, not just a blogger. And look, this stuff, it is absolutely non-negotiable. A slow-loading website kills a potential deal. A late email response kills trust. These basics can end a partnership before it even has a chance to start. You have to be totally on top of your game. So when you boil it all down, what's the big takeaway here? The most successful creators, the ones landing the best deals, they approach sponsorships as strategic, business-to-business partnerships. They've moved way beyond the creator mindset. So I'm going to leave you with this one question. I want you to go take an honest look at your own media kit right now. Is it just showing off some big, kind of empty numbers? Or is it telling a really compelling story of audience quality, of proven influence, and professional partnership? Because that is the story that gets the deal.